Greetings, Peanutians, and alongside the release of the long-awaited 6th job, we have another fat event to go with it, and that is the Identisk Exploration Event. And as usual, please take note that there may be potential changes to information, values, and other minor or major details that may happen either pre or post-release of this event, so please be certain to keep an eye out for a pinned comment below in the event of any changes are made on next one's part that do not reflect the live release of my video. If you notice any changes that I did not post myself in said comment, feel free to comment it in the comments below and I will pin it for everyone to see. Now, to cover the event itself, for some basic information, please take note of the following. The first of which is the daily, of which you can earn a total of 500 sunlight coins per account. To get these coins, all you gotta do is log in, open the UI, and click Do Basic Exploration, and that's it. As for the weeklies for this event has a weekly coin shop, of which you can earn a total of 1200 win coins per week. To earn these coins, you need to kill a specific weekly boss to earn a set amount of coins based on that boss's difficulty. With that basic bit of information covered, for this event, there are actually multiple parts of this event that release at set time frames and that are not all happening at the same time, similar to the Night Trope event we had previously. The first part of this event is the Identisk Exploration that has a time frame that goes from November 15th to February 6th. This part of the event encompasses the entirety of the event, of which is your event UI where you can do either the basic exploration or the in-depth exploration. For the basic exploration, this can only be completed once per account, so be sure to complete this one on the correct server you're planning to claim the daily coins on. As mentioned previously, this is the daily where you can simply log in, open the UI, and click on Do Basic Exploration button to get your daily coin limit of 500 sunlight coins per day. On top of those daily coins, you can also claim your basic exploration rewards in the UI window, of which the rewards are displayed. Like with the previous events, if you missed any days, you can make up those missed days by paying a total of 3,000 maple points each. With this feature, you can make up as many days as you want, up to the amount of days you have actually missed with no daily use limit. Please also take note that the daily sunlight coins are shareable between the characters on a single world, so be sure to plan accordingly if you play on multiple servers. As for the in-depth exploration, this one can be completed once per day, up to a total of 3 times per week. This exploration requires you to kill a total of 2,000 mobs near your limit range by first clicking on the Do In-Depth Exploration button on the Identisk Exploration UI, and then, again, once those 2,000 mobs are killed, to turn in the quests. Like with the basic exploration, completing the in-depth exploration will give you in-depth exploration rewards, and on top of that, you will also receive Identisk points which will be used later in the event. And during this event's duration, you will also receive different amounts of the Identisk points based on the completion count and event period. During the Iden exploration period, you will receive 10 points every first and second in-depth exploration completion for the week, and 30 points for the third completion. During the Tisk exploration period, you will receive 20 points per first and second in-depth exploration completion for that week, and 40 points for the third completion. With the Identisk points earned from the in-depth exploration, you can level up your desired stat from the event buff UI. As for the event buff specifically, we will be covering this later in the video. And, like with the basic exploration, if you missed any of those in-depth exploration completions, you can use a total of 3,000 maple points to make up any of those days with the same unrestricted usage you want to, up to the amount of times you've missed for the event. And to add a bit of a warning, exploration rewards can only be claimed once per account, and that the progress of which is shared between characters on the same account. As for the rewards that you can get from the Identisk Exploration rewards list, please refer to the following images. As for the next part of this event, it is called Gift of Identisk. The time frame for this event is from November 15th to February 6th. This part of the event is essentially the before mentioned event buff portion of this event, where you can use the Identisk coins you've earned from the in-depth exploration completions. Firstly, you need to accept the quest called Identisk Gift Power from the Statue, and turning it in will grant you the Identisk Gift skill in your beginner tab of your skill UI. Each of these skills has a max level of 6, with each level requiring a different set number of Identisk points to level up each time, so be sure to plan out your skill build for this event appropriately. The points required are the following. For level 1, it's 5 points, for level 2, it's 10 points, for level 3, it's 15 points, level 4, 30, level 5, 50, and level 6, 60. The next part of this event is called Iden's Food Storehouse. This part of the event is shorter than the before mentioned parts with a time frame of November 15th and ending on December 12th. Including the shorter time frame, we also have a level requirement limit starting at level 101 and ending at level 259. To start this event, you need to accept the Iden Food Storage Protect the Food Storage quest within the Event Star tab on the left side of your screen. Once you have completed that, continue by accepting the Iden food storage visit quest in the event tab and talking to the NPC Obin in the map you're sent to. From here, you can kill 1000 Iden Island event mobs within the time limit of 15 minutes. Please take note of the following rules and restrictions for this part. You can only enter the storehouse with one character per day. You can only enter the storehouse a total of 3 days per week, with a weekly reset being the Wednesday reset. So, the time frame where it transitions from Tuesday to Wednesday in-game. And the mobs in this map have their level and HP and EXP scaled based off the character's level. Also, EXP buffs do work on these mobs, so be sure to pop them as needed. And if you reach level 260 while in the map, you can still receive EXP until you're either done with the 1000 kills or the time limit. If you leave the killing map before killing the 1000 mob limit and there's time limit left on the timer, you can re-enter for that day's instance. And for that specific rule, you have to re-enter on the same character and not on a new one, so you cannot split the benefits between more than one character. And lastly, if you leave after your character manages to level up to 260 in there, you cannot do the before mentioned re-entering rule. This next part of the event is called Iden's Aqua Adventure, with a time frame of November 15th to December 12th. And just to cover some basic information for this portion of the event, for this minigame specifically, you can earn the following: 1000 EXP points per day up to 3 times per week per account. You can also earn EXP for this specific minigame up to 3 times per week. You can use those EXP points and receive EXP based off of your character's current level by accepting Iden, use the event EXP coupon, event in the event star tab, so similarly to the Wongstaurant restaurant event. And you can only use these EXP points on characters between level 200 and above, but take note, any level above 260 will get the same amount of EXP beyond level 260. So, this is actually better used for lower level characters. And yes, hyperburning characters can also use this feature of this event. Also, be sure to use these points before February 6th, as that's when they expire. With the basic information covered for this part of the event, this can be done either solo or in a party to complete this quest. To begin, first accept the Iden Aqua Adventure Ancient God's Blessing quest within the event star or by talking to Orin in the event map. From there, you can either do Quick Start, which will automatically pair you up with 2 other random players to start, but make sure you're not in a party as the game won't do the Quick Start search if you're already in one. If you want to solo, or have 1 or 2 others you wish to play with, you can do party play to either solo or party up. If you're going to do a party, be sure to be partied with them before they start. In this quest, you will be sent to the quest map where you'll be required to collect a total of 50,000 points within a time frame of 30 minutes by shooting mobs. Points are added up when you return to the surface of the event map, which will automatically turn in your points balance. In order to attack the mobs, you can use the following skills. For the skills specifically, please refer to this list. Also, take note that you can actually change the hotkey for all these skills by clicking on the skill icon and entering the desired key during gameplay. Hotkey detail is shared with all your characters in the same account. To cover some other basic information for this part of the minigame, while you're doing said minigame, be sure to keep an eye out for your oxygen gauge. If you run out of oxygen while you're still underwater, you will lose all the points you've collected. You can also use the emergency escape skill to reach the surface quickly at a penalty of having some of your points used up. Also, take note of the fact that the deeper you go, the more oxygen is consumed than if you were at the shallower parts. On top of that, the deeper you go, the stronger the mobs. And if you manage to reach the bottom, you will actually face a mini-boss. To improve your runs, you can level up your minigame skills and receive level achievement rewards. The level up system for this minigame has a max level of 10, of which you can level up by completing this minigame several times to earn EXP points for this specific minigame. Also, please note the following: additional skills are unlocked at level 4 and 7, your weapon's appearance is updated at levels 1, 5, and 9, skills attacks get stronger at each level, your attack range and effect is also stronger at each level up, and lastly, your oxygen level gets bigger after each level too. And in case you're wondering about your levels and progression for this minigame, they do not reset after each session during this part of the event's duration. And as for the level achievement rewards, they are the following. Reaching level 4 will give you a wooden version of the harpoon cover, reaching level 5 will give you an iron version, reaching 9 will give you a gold version, and reaching level 10 will give you a full set of the Sea Otter outfit, which comprises of a hat, a suit, and a glove item. And the next part of this event is called the Rambunctious Iden Friends, with a time frame of November 15th to December 12th. To start this event, you must first accept the Rambunctious Iden Friends together with Okya quest, or by talking to Okya in the Identisk event map. Doing so will give you the Rambunctious Iden Friends skill in your beginner tab in your skill UI. Defeating mobs in your level range, and while the skill is active, you can activate the skill a total of 30 times a day per character. Activating said skill will actually give you an EXP buff. Please take note that if you actually activate the skill and if you leave the map, change channel, or go to the cash shop, the skill's effect will turn off. The next part of this event is called Tisk's Food Storehouse with a time frame of December 13th to January 9th. To start this quest, accept the Tisk Food Storehouse, another food storehouse quest in the event tab, or by talking to Oben in the event map. With this event comes a level limit starting with level 101 and ending at 259. In addition to that restriction, you can only do this part of the event once a day, up to 3 times per week per world. And yes, your hyperverting character can also take part in this event. This part of the event is essentially a 1-for-1 with the previous storehouse part of the event, only with a difference in detail in that every 200 mob kills, a soul Erdal will spawn that gives you more EXP than the regular mobs. This adventure's entry count also has a weekly reset that falls on the Tuesday to Wednesday transition in-game. The next part of this event is called Tisk's Tropical Adventure with a time frame of December 13th to January 9th. To start this part of the event, you must first accept the Tisk's Tropical Adventure Ancient Gods Blessing quest located in your Event Star tab, or by talking to Toma in the event map. This part of the event is essentially another minigame for the event. For this event, you can only claim its completion rewards of 1000 EXP points per day and up to 3 times per week per account. These EXP points also function like the previous mentioned EXP points rewards in this event, of which it has a similar quick start and party play function that both follow the previous mentioned mechanics and rules. In this minigame, you shoot mobs in order to earn a total of 50,000 points within 30 minutes. This part of the event is essentially a first-person shooter, but also kind of moving left and right, so like an old arcade game, I guess? As you defeat these mobs, special items will drop that enable you to deal more powerful attacks for a total of 20 shots. Like with the previous minigame in this event, there is also a cumulative EXP point rewards that you can earn based on how many times you've completed this minigame. Completing this event a total of 4 times will give you a golden slingshot weapon cover, a total of 7 times gives you a diamond version, and completing this a total of 10 times gives you the Tisk version of the Sea Otter outfit. The next and final part of this event is called Toong's Prayer, which has a time frame of December 13th to January 9th. For this event, you need to first accept the Toong's Prayer Collect Gentle Wind quest in your Event Start tab. Once you do so, you'll be given the Toong's Prayer skill in your Beginner tab of your skill UI window. This skill activates and maps with mobs that are within your level range. Like the previous skill during this event, killing mobs and filling up the skill's gauge will activate a series of skills where the event NPCs will attack mobs around you and give you a large chunk of EXP. And like with the previous gauge skill, you can activate the skill a total of 30 times per day per character. Like with the previous skill, it has the same penalties as the previous event skill where it will turn off if you activate it and then immediately change channels, change maps, or go to the cash shop. Hello everybody, Peanut here again, and if you're still watching up to this point and hearing this, thank you for watching the entire video. I put a lot of work for this video as there was so much to cover for this specific event, and I hope it helps you plan and understand what each part of the event has to offer. Also, if there's anything you think I can improve on for future event breakdowns and overview videos, please sure to let me know in the comments, as I'm always looking to improve the quality of my videos to be better for people to understand. Also, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you all about my subathon I'll be hosting on December 17th for my YouTube partner celebration and my birthday subathon on my Twitch channel. The link to said channel is also in the description. In said subathon, I'll be playing Maple Story, training my Hyperburning, some other games, and also giving away Maple Points periodically through the event. If you can't be active and watch the subathon, you can always AFK in the stream to help me out and farm channel points to redeem for boss carries. Not only that, with the Oz Ring boxes being added, just doing 5% for a chance that those new items can be a big help to your progression, so why not stop by for that? And lastly, with that being said, I hope you all found this video helpful, and thank you for all the continued support. Thanks for watching, and I hope to all see you in the next video.